Yo, I'm Sickfishsticks, your favorite free PC game stealer, and back with juicy free games for you to enjoy. And in this video we're diving into the best free games so far of 2024. From epic adventures to strategic challenges to big brain card games, we've got an amazing mix of games that you won't want to miss, so sit back, relax, and let's jump right in. We take a look at Dungeonborne, which is out of its playtest and available for all to enjoy in its early access stage. The game is off to an amazing start with 1300 reviews, sending this bad boy to the very positive list, and considering it was released like 5 hours ago, that's pretty impressive. Dungeonborne is an immersive first-person PvPvE dungeon crawler. You have to venture solo or join forces with trusted companions to hunt for treasure, explore ominous dungeons, and battle terrifying monsters and cunning adversaries. Your main goal here is to escape before succumbing to darkness and greed. It's giving me dark and darker vibes, it's just a little bit lighter, and that's not a bad thing. I guess it would have made more sense to call this bad boy Light and Lighter. Thank you, I will see myself out. Let me introduce your juicy eyeballs to T.I.M.E, which is a first-person arena boomer shooter that pits players against each other in a one-on-one contest. Players compete in a round-based first to 3 win system that's balanced through time rewinding set by the round's loser to balance the scales of skill against strategy. It's not always that we see games with rewind mechanics that actually work and are done well, but T.I.M.E actually pulls it off beautifully. For a free game, it's actually not too bad. It's a great concept, good mechanics, and full-on fun factor, and who can complain about that? Squared adventure. Here you embark on a journey through tunnels, caves, and ancient temples, solving puzzles and fighting all kinds of hostile creatures and ex-girlfriends. To be fair, the aim here is to be smart, avoid traps, and think carefully. 3 things I am incredibly bad at in real life. Anyway, it's an interesting looking pixelated goodness of a 2D platforming puzzle game with a sprinkle of retro on top. It's pretty good looking. We have Shred Off, which I'm sure that the developer developed while high on mushrooms or dust or wood fibers or something like that. I mean, look at it. Shred Off is a third-person action snowboarding shooter where performing stylish tricks in the Alaskan mountains while gunning down enemies with an arsenal of ranged weaponry. It's pretty creative. Here, the goal is to shred down the mountain on your snowboard to get a high score while competing against your friends if you have any of those. It's pixelated, juicy goodness that's just the right amount of pixelation not to make it annoying and great with the snowboarding game in the heat of the summer. It's definitely worth a try. Next, I want to get your eyeballs on Sky the Children of Light, which is a peaceful, award-winning MMO from the creators of Journey. Here, you explore a beautifully animated kingdom across 7 realms and create funky memories with other players, in what is fair to be described as a cozy puzzle adventure game. To be fair, it's currently sitting in with very positive reviews on Steam, so if you're in the market for a cozy MMO with puzzles, then look no further. Next one goes out to the big brain strategy boys out there. It's a Thunder Age, where the world has flooded and mankind has built floating islands where electricity is harnessed during the raging thunderstorms. This unstable energy is crucial for survival, but also possesses the great risk in this tower defense game. An interesting twist on a tower defense game that I think has enough detail and gameplay depth to make it fun. It's been a while since we've seen a free tower defense game, so it's nice to see Thunder Age show its face. It's on Steam if you're interested in taking it for a spin. The first Descendant is a third-person looter shooter that's powered by Unreal Engine 5, so we both know that means this game is gonna look super juicy. If I'm not mistaken, the story revolves around you becoming a Descendant, whatever the hell that means, and fighting for the survival of humans and protecting something called Ingress. That's about it. Now, I haven't had the pleasure of playing this bad boy as of yet, but the streams that I've watched, it seems to me that Destiny had hanky-panky time with Warframe and this bad boy came out. All of this mixed with the ability to choose various characters with unique skill sets and chain action, grappling hook goodness, and colorful pew-pews. If you've had a chance to play this game, please let me know in the description if it's as good as it looks. Knightfall, A Daring Journey, is a unique action-packed multiplayer game that takes you on what you can easily call a wild ride. You and a friend play as two knights who must work together to survive a daring journey, steal roses, drift your horses, and reach the castle before the others. Your initial impressions of Knightfall is highly likely to be influenced by your love of quirky, fast-paced co-op games with a touch of strategy and a lot of humor. And yes, it is a third-person action game with a twist. Unlike typical competitive multiplayer games, the emphasis here is on cooperation and strategic planning with your teammate. The unique mechanics, including drifting horses, a playful art style, set it apart from other co-op games out there. It used to be a game that you had to pay for to play, but I guess the developer wanted to boost the amounts of people online and hence turned it into a free-to-play game. For our benefit, I guess. Real Car Drift Racing, a arcade drifting game with both multiplayer and single-player game modes. Here you can enjoy a huge open-world environment and have fun driving in your pretty own way. It's pretty smooth with a good car feel, which I guess is important in a driving game. To be honest, I am much more of a simulation guy myself, spending a bit too many hours and money in iRacing. This one as an arcadey is not too shabby at all. Predecessor is a fast-paced action game that combines MOBA and FPS gameplay, putting you at the heart of the fight with the strategic choices, third-person control, and some pretty immersive action. To be fair, it's kinda giving me Smite vibes, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It is for sure worth placing in your digital library and taking it for a spin when you have nothing better to try. You can get either on Epic or Steam or anywhere else that you have your games. Next, we take a look at Plasma, which for sure goes out to the brick brain gamers out there, a programming, building, exploring kind of game. Plasma is a creative engineering playground where you can build any device you can imagine. Bring to life your very own amazing robots, factories, arcade machines, giant rampaging spiders, huge pink vibrators, you name it, you can make it. I mean, there's things that don't even have a name yet that you can build. It's actually pretty fun, but I must admit it took me 3 hours to create what was supposed to be an amazing snake, but ended up looking like a turd. I mean, and it didn't even move, goddamn. Anyway, if you're into engineering, then give it a go. Next, we take a look at a game that will do its utmost to test your mental resilience and love of claustrophobia. This eerie puzzle game is all about navigating claustrophobic spaces and overcoming your fear of being alone, just like a solo trip to IKEA. Cassiculus. Whatever, this game throws you into a maze of narrow corridors and confined spaces where your only company is the echo of your own footsteps. Or you could also say it's like being stuck in an elevator with your ex. Uncomfortable and slightly terrifying, at least if you had my ex as well. Despite the claustrophobic vibes, Cassiculus has been receiving mostly positive reviews on Steam since its release. I guess the game's atmosphere is perfect for those who enjoy a good brain tease with a side of existential dread. Listen, if you want to stay up to date on free games and get them served to you in this quick and quirky setting, then do us both a favor and smash the subscribe button. It means a lot and it warms my ice cold heart. Oh, and as always, links to all of the games mentioned in this video are in the description and they take you straight to the deal, so no googling required. Next, we take a quick look at Outroad Fury, where you have to fight demonic hordes and drive your van in search of weapons and resources to destroy the gates of hell. All in this metal atmosphere. You can choose between various weapons like sledgehammers, guitars, and even traffic cones. Diana is spoiled for choice when it comes to smashing demons, and it's always a plus. A roguelike beat-em-up indie game sitting in with positive reviews and 100% free to claim. Tell Me Why, which is free to keep if you get it in your library before the 1st of July. Tell Me Why is this multi-award-winning episodic adventure game from Don't Not Entertainment, in which juicy twins use their supernatural bond to discover the truth of their past that I really could not be bothered to understand. I have to be honest and say that Life is Strange, which comes from the same developer with all its fault, is a much better game than Tell Me Why. And for some reason, every time I say Tell Me Why, I'm thinking about our homie Justin, who goes something like, "Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but something I forgot to tell me why." And now that I just heard that amazing singing back to myself in my headphones, I think I am gonna cringe pretty bad in just about 7 days. Anyway, the writing is kind of uninspiring in this game, choices don't really matter, the ending is kind of disappointing, and the gameplay is lacking that all-important spice. Not to forget that the soundtrack sounds just like my wife's nagging, I cannot take it anymore. But it's free, so maybe you don't agree with me, you can go yourself and take it for a spin and let me know if you agree in the comment section. You have been served. Next freebie on today's list goes out to the big brain strategy boys out there. It's Kards, that World War II card game, which combines traditional card gameplay with the innovative mechanics inspired by classic strategy games and real-time battlefield tactics. Here you get to take command and challenge other players in this grand-scale warfare both on the ground, in the air and at sea. Unfortunately, there are some microtransactions here, and in order to really start crushing newbies, you'll most likely have to spend some of your hard-earned money to better your synergy. It's not as bad as Hearthstone, but it's there nonetheless. Anywho, if you're interested in a World War II strategy game, go give Kards a go, boom boom. What I was trying to say before I got the blue screen of death in real life is go give Kards a go. A quick heads up for Wizarre, which is a turn-based multiplayer game. Here you have to build and customize your team of wizards, select from over 100 different spells, and manage your time and mana to win each and every fight. You get to play with friends or compete against other players and climb the global leaderboards across various devices because it has crossplay support. It is for sure giving me Worms vibe, if any of you guys remember that bad boy, and that is not a bad thing. So I suggest if you ever had the opportunity to play Worms, then you should try this bad boy out, and if you didn't try Worms, then you should also try this bad boy out. The last game, we have a weird one, Soak and Splash, where I guess you run around trying to knock people's towels off. The higher the score you get, the more towels you get to keep. I don't know, I think it's time that it's enough internet for today. But to be fair, it is sitting in with positive reviews, so I guess if you want to experience a sauna night and get all of your pores opened while someone tries to knock a towel off you, then link in the description. You're a weirdo. So that pretty much brings us to the end of today's video. Thanks a lot for taking the time to watch my video. Thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't, subscribe if you haven't, why not, it would make me extra happy. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.